Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. In today's video I have tested out some Technic makeup products. I've created this look for you right here using a few Technic products. We've got a highlighter palette, a bronzer palette, a cream foundation palette, an eyeshadow palette. We've got lip glosses, lipstick, well a lip gloss, some lipsticks. We have like a unicorn cream. What else did I try out? I tried out some metallic eyeshadows and eyebrow powder. It's all gone on in this video, so if you want to see my thoughts and everything on that, then please carry on watching. I'll show you how. Before you do, please hit the subscribe button down below. It would mean the absolute world. I can't seem to get my words out today, but I think it's because I'm excited because I love to film. I'm really enjoying it at the moment, so if you do like my videos, then please hit the subscribe button down below. It means the world. But without further ado, let's just see what I think of these products. So starting off with an eyebrow kit, this is the Technic Ultimate Brow Kit. It comes with 3 eyebrow powders, an eyebrow wax, 2 brush applicators and a pair of tweezers. Oh, the little applicator's just fallen out, but this is what they look like. I love these little mini things. I think the mini tweezers are always really useful if you want to pack them like in a makeup bag for when you go traveling. So that's really cool. So it comes with, I'll just put these out and show you. So as you can see, it comes with a dark powder, a lighter powder like a medium, a really light one, then like a wax. I'm not too fond of eyebrow waxes. They just don't look right on my brows. I can't really, I've just put up a new Instagram, so my phone's going nuts. 2 seconds. Back to the video. So yeah, it comes with these 3 eyebrow powders and a wax. As I said, I'm not too fond of the eyebrow wax. I won't be using that. So I'm going to start by taking this darker brow powder. I haven't used a brow powder in so long, so I'm going to go ahead and find an eyebrow brush. Do you know what? We're just going to use the one from the palette, but I am going to brush up my hairs just so they're all nice and up and easy to like play with. Once I've brushed my hairs up, I'm just going to take the little angle brush that comes with the eyebrow palette, if you will, and I'm going to go into the darker eyebrow powder and tap off the excess. Then I'm going to go ahead and fill in my brows. This is really small, so it's really interesting to hold. But I'm just going to look into the mirror. The mirror that it comes with is really good, by the way, you guys. Like really good quality. You know the ones that kind of like are a bit distorted, they make you look funny? It's not like that at all. This is very dark, but it's going on really nicely. I need to pluck my eyebrows out. Oh, I like that. That was really quick and it's made them look really thick and full. I really like this. Okay, then I'm just going to like tap off the brush on the back of my hand to get rid of the excess. Then I'm going to go in with the lighter brown shade, and then I'm going to use this to fill in like the head of the brow. I'm going to tilt the brush on the side to use the angle of it, and then like just draw upward. I think that looks really nice. And then I'm just going to brush it back with the spoolie. I think I need a little bit more on this side. So now I'm just going to go ahead and conceal the brows. Okay, so they didn't send me any concealer. No, they didn't. But they did send me this Colour Fix 2 cream foundation and contour palette. So I'm going to use one of the shades from this to conceal the brows. I'm going to go in with the lightest shade right here. So I'm going to take a synthetic brush. So I'm just going to go in with the synthetic brush into the cream foundation. I'm going to use this to conceal my brows and prime the lids as well. I'm just going to use the mirror in the brow kit to do this. So I'm just going to go ahead and take the angled brush and just carve out the brows. This is going quite well. I do quite like this cream foundation. I don't know if I'd use it for a foundation, but I'd probably just use it for like spot concealing, contouring, highlighting, that kind of thing. I'm just not big into like cream products all over the face. I never really have been. I just find like on my skin with all the textures and stuff, they don't look the nicest. But this is definitely working for the lid. Like it's covering up a lot of those kind of veins and it's going on very nicely. So to set the concealer, I'm going to go in with the Technic Colour Fix Water Resistant Pressed Powder. This is in the shade Bisque. I'm going to go in with this right here. Oh, it has a nice little like popper open with a sponge. I never use the sponges from these powders. I feel like this would be good though if you're traveling and you want to like just touch up on the go, just a blot. That would be quite good, but not for your whole face. But I'm going to keep it solely for that purpose. So I'm going to chuck it in my handbag. It has a nice size mirror on the inside as well, so I'm going to use that. I like the fact that that has a mirror on a lot of the products. It's always really useful. So I'm going to go ahead and quickly just kind of melt the cream foundation into my eyelid with the warmth of my fingertip. Then once that's done, I'm going to take this fluffy brush and then go into the powder, tap off the excess, and then just set the lid, mainly focusing on the crease. This is just going to help with the transition shades later on. I find that if I don't do this, it all clings to the wrong areas. I'm just going to set that in place. I have super oily eyelids as well, so I really can't not afford to like not set my eye base or concealer. Next, moving on to eyes, I'll be taking the Technic Pro Finish eyeshadow palette. This is the Toffee edition. The first impressions of this palette is in the actual like casing of the palette, like where the shadows are. It's this weird like squishy rubbery feel. I don't know how to describe it. It's very strange. You can kind of see it here. Obviously this is a very affordable makeup brand. But yeah, I thought that was a little odd, but I don't mind it as long as the shadows themselves are good. They just have numbers on them. There's no like shade names or anything. I prefer palettes that have shade names on them just because it's fun, like, oh, I'm taking this cute shade like here on the crease and this shade's on the lid kind of thing. But I don't mind, as I said, as long as the shadows are good. So I'm actually going to apply some of the crease shades from this, but then I'm going to apply some of these highlighter palette colours to the lid, like the coppery one to the lid. I think they look really pretty. So I'm going to go in with the shade number 3, which is this one right here. It's like a warm brown. So I'm going to take this on the fluffy brush that comes with the palette. First impression, there's not really that much fallout, and I'm swirling my brush into the palette quite a lot. But there's a little bit, but nothing excessive. I'm going to tap off the excess just once. Okay, so I'm going to go take the mirror that comes with the brow palette, and then I'm going to apply this. Oh, pigment, hello. So I'm going to apply this in the outer third of the eye and then bringing it inwards. Just in windshield wiper motions, and also just pack it on here. Okay, first impressions, I like it. Hello pigment. So I'm just taking some more shadow. Just going to keep building it up. But I definitely wasn't expecting it to be so pigmented from like first initial touch. That has really impressed me. Yeah. This isn't patchy at all. Like, it's going onto the eye really well. I'm really impressed with the shade. Ooh, go on Technic. Yes. Going to keep blending that out. Then to blend it out a little bit more, I'm going to go in with the shade right here, which is number 2. I'm going to take this on a Eva 228 Luxe crease brush. I used this yesterday when I filmed, no, the other day when I filmed, so it's a little bit dirty, but I have brushed off the excess product. So I'm just going to tap off the excess and then I went to go like that, like it was a mirror. I'm just going to blend this out just above where we put that number 3 shade. I think that looks so nice. Really impressed so far. What else can we do with this palette? I'm just going to deepen things up a little bit by taking number 7, which is like a dark purpley brown. So I'm going to take that on. I'm going to take this on a thinner brush. This is the Sigma E25 blending brush. It's like a tapered blending brush, similar to the MAC 217. So I'm going to go in with the shade number 7, and I'm just going to take that right on the outer corner section of the eye, just to deepen things up a little bit, and also because I want to try some more of the shadows. Then I'm just going to go back into that kind of like rosy brown shade and blend that out a little bit. And then take the lighter colour just to blend everything out. I was just about to go straight in with the eyeshadow, but then I remembered they also sent me these 3 eyeshadow creams. 1, the shade Halo, 2, Champagne for Everybody, I like that name, and then 3, Rosy Posy. I think I'm gonna go in with Rosy Posy just because I really like rose tones, and that's kind of what we've got going on in the crease kind of area. They kind of look to me like they'd be similar to the Stila little metallic eyeshadow cream things, which I really like. I have one of those and I think it's really nice. So let's see how this goes onto the eyes. I'm going to apply it directly to the eyes, moving it around till it's nice and even. It feels very wet and cooling. Cooling? I said that really weird. Cooling. That does look so pretty. Okay, those, oh my god, I keep talking really weirdly today. Those actually look so pretty. I'm gonna let them kind of set a little bit, just fan it dry, and then I'm going to take the eyeshadow and just blend out the outer corner a little bit with that number 7 shade. I'm gonna start with this one because that was the first one we applied. I'm very, very gently just kind of applying some of this to the outer corner, just blending it out a little bit. Then I'll go back in with that shade number 3 to blend it out. I really like this so far. I think it looks really pretty. Okay, so now I'm really going to up the ante a little bit now the eyeshadow cream has dried. I'm going to go in with one of these shimmery shades from this highlight palette. As you can see, they're super blinding and really pretty. I'm going to go in with this really pretty shade right here. I'm going to spray this synthetic brush that the eyeshadow palette came with a little bit of primer water just to wetten it. And then I'm going to go into that gorgeous like pinky iridescent shade. I'm really hoping this looks really pretty. So I'm just going to pack that on top of the shimmer cream. Summer, knowing there's nowhere to go, 'cause yes, that looks so pretty. Then I'm just going to take that blending brush I used earlier with the darker brown. I haven't picked up any like excess product. I'm just going to use this to soften the edges a little bit. Yes, I really like that. So I have just applied some eyeliner, mascara and lashes, and also my foundation, just because I didn't have anything to try, so that's what I'm doing. So now for cream contour, I'm going to be taking this shade from the palette. It's like a warm one. This one will be way too dark for my skin tone, so I'm going to go ahead and take this one. It's a very warm shade. I'm taking it on my Real Techniques foundation brush. I haven't contoured with a palette like this for ages, and I used to use a crown brush palette like this all the time to cream contour, so if you watch like my really old videos then you'll see I used to use it. But I'm just going to apply this under my cheekbone and then like around the temples. It looks quite reddy tinted, like a red tint to it, which is interesting. I'm also going to take it around the sides of my forehead. This is very red indeed, but we don't know what it will look like once it's blended out though, so there's still hope. Blending that underneath, and then I'm also going to apply a little bit under my lip. I'm not going to apply it under my jaw, but I might apply a teeny bit just down like the middle kind of section of my nose. And then we're going to highlight, so I'm going to take the very lightest concealery shade in the palette, which is the one I used for the eyes. Going to apply this on my chin and then also under the eyes, and then right in that inner corner I have some blue. I haven't done makeup with cream foundations in so long, so this feels very strange, but I remember the feeling of it already, and then when you blend it in your skin just looks incredible, and that's what I'm hoping we're going to achieve. I'm also going to apply some to the centre of my forehead and between my brows, just to really like brighten that area. Then with the tip of this brush, this is the Real Techniques, I don't know what this is, but it's like a synthetic brush. Any synthetic brush will do really. And take that down the centre of the nose, and then also a little bit above my lip. And then I'm going to take the second shade, which is slightly darker. I'm going to apply this kind of on the outer edge of that concealer. That way when we blend it in, it isn't like a stark line, it starts to kind of gradually fade outwards. I'm also going to apply some to blemish. I have a really weird one like right at the back of my jaw. I know I can't see it, but I know that other people can. And then I'm also going to apply this just in between the forehead contour and that highlight as well, just to kind of help blend things out later. And then I'm also going to apply some just here. Okay, now we look a little bit greasy. I'm going to blend this in and hope it looks incredible. So to blend the contour out, I'm going to be taking the Real Techniques Expert Face Brush. I went to say Real Technique Contour Brush because it's pretty much what I use it for. So I'm going to start by blending out my cheekbone. Little circular motions, bringing it backwards. It is blending out really nice. It definitely has a red tint to it, which is a bit odd, but I feel like once it's blended out, that will go away. Blend out the sides of my temples as well, and the top of my forehead. Then I'm going to blend out the sides of my nose and the bottom of my lip. That does look really nice. Okay, to blend out the face, I'm just going to take my beauty blender and then just kind of get to work blending that out into a pouncing motion. It's just how I'd usually blend out my concealer anyway. So nothing different. It's kind of separated a little bit on my spot, so I think I'll add some more product in a second. Okay, there we go. Then I'm going to blend out under my eyes, starting with the like darker concealer shade, more like my natural skin colour, and then going under the eyes to blend out the brighter one. That does look really nice. I am actually very impressed with that. Next for highlight, I got this Technic Prism Unicorn Cream in the shade Starlight, which looks unreal. So I'm going to use that as my cream base for my actual highlight. So I'm going to squeeze a teeny bit onto, oh, it's got glitter in it. Did not realise that. We're going to wipe up some of the extra and then just tap it on my cheek. Oh, it's got glitter in it. It has got glitter in it, like a real unicorn. Okay, just going to bounce that very carefully across my cheekbone. It does look very pretty, although I will say this isn't like an everyday kind of vibe. This would be really cool for festivals, but maybe not, and I am struggling to blend it out a little bit. But it's okay, because we're going to put some powder highlight on top of it in a sec. It definitely like catches the light, but it's just a bit, I didn't realise it would actually have glitter in it, so maybe not. I'm not a big fan of this, that's my only thing so far. I think it would look quite cool, kind of like rubbed into your chest kind of thing for festivals, but not as a cheekbone highlighter. But I might try it out in a festival tutorial, like all over my shoulders and stuff. I think that'll look really pretty. Moving on to my favourite step of any makeup look is the highlighter. For highlight, I'm going to go in with this one right here, which is like the yellowy highlight from this palette, and I'm going to spray my brush with a little bit of the primer water as always. So I'm just going to go into this yellowy gold highlight and then apply that on top. Whoa! I was not expecting that. Oh my god. Did I not tap off the excess enough? Holy... oh my god. I was not expecting that at all. I don't know if that looks terrible or looks amazing. I'm not gonna lie to you. Okay, I definitely applied way too much, like way too much. I'm gonna wipe off all of this extra highlighter powder on like my arm because I've just got way too much in the brush. Okay, and then I'm gonna attempt to kind of like blend it out a little bit because that is one hell of an intense highlight. Like I was not expecting that, so I went in quite heavy-handed. Like this side looks better because I haven't applied so much product. Wow, I was not expecting that at all. This highlight palette is amazing. You just need a teeny bit though. Like a teeny bit. A little bit to my cupid's bow, to the tip of my nose. Then also like above the brows for some luminosity. I really was not expecting that. Then I need to set this face in place. I'm taking the Colour Fix powder, just going into it with my Spectrum Collections brush. Then I'm just going to tap into the skin to set everything in place. I'm going to try and go a little bit on top of the highlight just to kind of like, I can't believe I'm saying this, but dull it down. Okay, that looks so much better. When I first put that on, I really was not expecting it to be that intense. So yeah, we're just going over the top of the powders. Nearly done now. I think this is my favourite kind of part of doing my makeup when it gets to like the last parts of it, like adding extra highlighter, setting the brows, that kind of thing, and it just all comes together. I'm just going to go under my eyes as well. I love a cheap bronzer. My favourite one I think is the NYX matte bronzer, which is like £8, so I love a good bronzer. This one is the Superfine matte bronzer. Don't think it has a shade. No, this is in the shade medium, which looks like this, and it looks matte, which is good. So I'm going to go in with my Real Techniques blush. All that gets everywhere. Okay, and then I'm just going to go ahead and bronze my face up. I think with a lot of products that I've used so far, just smudged it everywhere. A little really does go a long way. Like, you have to be really light-handed when you use this kind of stuff. Like, I'm not even going to go ahead and pick up more product like I usually would. I'm going to go in with a really light hand. I think it's where the cream was still slightly wet. It's kind of attached to the cream. Just going to keep blending it out and it will look good. Okay, that does look quite nice. I do really like this bronzer. I just think I was not expecting it to be so pigmented. I feel like if I was to change it slightly, I'd be like a little bit less pigment, or it press a little bit firmer in the pan, just because it can get quite messy otherwise and you end up looking a little bit muddy. Then for blush, I'm going to go in with this kind of like pinky shade in the bronze palette with my Primark blush brush. Just going in, and I'm going to tap off the excess a lot. And then I'm also going to tap it on the back of my hand. I'm just scared I'm going to look like a blush crazy lady. I'm going on the apples of my cheeks here. That glow is unreal though. Like, I'm really obsessed with the highlighter palette. That's so nice. I quite like the blush in the palette. I think it's quite nice. Then with the blending brush we use for the dark brown, ooh, sponge, I'm going to apply this under my lower lash line, just as kind of like a little shader. Just to kind of round off the eye. Then I'm also going to apply that yellowy highlight on the inner corner of my eye. That looks so pretty, and a teeny little bit on the top of my brow bone. Yes, love this highlight, it's so nice. Oh, look how glowy that is. Then I'm just going to go back into that big So Eva brush that had the lighter shade just to blend out the highlight on the brow bone so it's not like a stark line. I'm just going to pop some mascara to my lower lashes and some brows. Then we'll finish the face with some lips. Okay, so we have added some mascara, brow gel, you know, whatever. I've also given my face a quick spritz with the Revolution Pro Fix Makeup Fixing Spray to set it in place. I'm really loving it so far. I look really glowy and that highlighter is life. I'm obsessed. That's my favourite thing from the palette, like from the makeup that I've tried so far. Next onto lips, we have two lip options. These are the Technic Colour Max Nude Edition lipsticks. I have the shade Stripped and also the shade Bare Don't Care. I've already lined my lips with Max Well lip liner and I'm going to go in with the lipstick Bare Don't Care. I'm very used to wearing liquid lipsticks. I haven't applied like a proper lipstick for ages. I'm going to go in here. Oh, I'm not a fan of that, I'm not gonna lie. Let me try the other shade, which is called Stripped. Okay, this one's nicer. I didn't like the Bare Don't Care. It looked too fun like foundation lips on my lips. This one is much nicer. We were traveling the mountains just to find the loudest seas. These are very creamy. I really do like that shade. It's very creamy and I'm not used to creamy lipsticks, but if you're into them, definitely give this a go. I have a gloss, but I don't know if I want to wear the gloss. I'm going to wear a gloss. This is the High Gloss Lip Gloss in the shade Kiss and Tell. It's like a nudie pink colour. Oh, I like the wand on it. The wand is very long and thin. That's quite interesting. So I'm going to go ahead and apply this. Oh, it smells amazing. Like bubblegummy, if you're into that kind of smell. I like the lip gloss. The lip gloss feels nice. It's not sticky. Makes my lip look nice and plump. I really like this makeup look. I'm just going to poof up my hair a little bit. It's like my new hairdo. I've been obsessed with this for ages. It's like the little Spice Girls like ponytail thing. I really like this. I'm really into this makeup look. Yes! So overall, I really like the lip gloss. The lip gloss is really nice. It doesn't feel sticky. Makes your lips look lovely and shiny. I haven't worn lip gloss in ages and I really like it. I'm like, my lip gloss is popping. My lip gloss is cool. All the boys keep stopping. Meet me after school. You know, that song. Really like this lip gloss. I am also obsessed with the highlighter shade, particularly this yellow one from the Colour Fix highlighter palette. This is really nice. Like, look at that glow. That's so nice. And I applied it like, you know, dry and wet. It looks so nice, especially on the inner corner. It's really brightening. On the brow bone, really impressed. What else did I like? I quite liked the brow kit actually, which surprised me because I thought this was going to be a bit of like a kind of product because I'm not that into eyebrow powders, but I think it looks really natural and nice on the brows. I did quite like the bronzer as well. Where is it? It is here. I just think it needs to be pressed a little bit harder because it is very pigmented, so a little read does go a long way, but you also might like that kind of vibe. The only thing I wasn't too keen on would be the Prism Unicorn Cream, which may be controversial because I feel like this is probably going to be one of their like top selling products this festival season. I think this would look really cool, like kind of covered all over your chest, all over your shoulders for a nice glow, but I just didn't really like it for this makeup look. But it didn't cause a problem. Like the cream on top of it still looked really pretty, and the eyeshadow palette I have to say is actually really nice as well for an affordable palette. So this is the finished makeup look. I really hope you enjoyed watching this video and seeing me testing out some Technic products. Let me know in the comments down below if you've tried anything out from Technic. I love to chat to you guys about makeup, and recently we've been having some good little chit chats in the comments, so definitely pop a comment down below and I will get back to you. But yeah, I really hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up and don't forget to hit the subscribe button as always. It really does mean the absolute world, and I shall see you in my next video. Thanks so much for watching. Bye!